Good day, traders, and welcome to this week's episode of Crypto Vibes with Walt. I have the Bitcoin weekly chart open here. So what is the price action telling us on the weekly? Where are we on the weekly currently, and what are some of the scenarios that are possible from this price point? If you've seen my previous videos, I had talked about three key levels on Bitcoin. So this demand, this supply, and then this supply acting as a resistance. And in the last few weeks, we have had multiple pokes and attempts to break higher. However, each time it has been rejected aggressively. So we've had 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is the fifth attempt to break higher. So 4 times Bitcoin has been rejected straight back at support. However, if you see that this is probably the only week wherein we haven't seen that aggressive sell-off from this level of supply. So what does this indicate? This indicates to me that probably sellers at this level are now getting exhausted because the aggression is not there anymore. See? So in the next few weeks, if we do kind of get this move higher and this level holds, then we're clearly targeting the mid-range, and then price can target higher prices from here. So this is what I think is likely on the weekly, because if price does come back at demand again after having a very bullish candle close on the weekly, then that pretty much means that this was just a fake move and we're going to break down lower from here. Because we don't really see aggressive sell-offs after like a very bullish candle forming at demand. So this is what I think is likely on the weekly. Let's flip to the daily next. So this is the daily, and the daily is kind of there's a bit more action that we see on the daily because we can clearly see the support being holding. If you've seen my previous analysis videos, you would have seen me talk about this level of demand being important. Price came back at this level, wicked below, but it never broke this level, and then it aggressively rallied higher. Then I guess in the last episode, or in the last analysis video, I had talked about this key level being a support, and that this level should hold. And what we see price coming back at this level, holding, rallied higher again, retesting this level, and again now we're retesting the weekly level once again. So pretty important level on Bitcoin, and again any acceptance below this level is bearish because we will then be going for these lows and these lows next. And you might have seen me talk about the bearish case on multiple occasions previously, because obviously we were at this level and I was anticipating both the bullish and bearish scenarios from here and laying out my plan of action. So we've rallied higher, and what I want next Bitcoin to do is, so technically we have now formed a higher high because this high has been broken. Now what I want to see Bitcoin do is break convincingly above, hold at this level, probably consolidate, break mid-range, and then rally higher from here. So this is a bullish scenario from here. Another scenario could be that we retrace or correct early in the week next week to any level of demand that's formed on the lower time frames, which we'll talk about just in a while. Then kind of break higher, except at this level, rally again, break mid-range, and then we can target higher prices from here. So this is what I'm looking for, what I'm looking at on Bitcoin as a bullish scenario. What would be bearish, right? I mean, if we do get an aggressive sell-off, I don't think that this level would hold again and break below, and we can target lower prices. But a more like the max pain scenario from here would be that we rally higher, we break mid-range because like everybody's kind of watching this level of resistance. We break higher, we find acceptance, and this move here becomes a deviation. We close back below, retest this level, and then just die. This would be the max pain scenario because a lot of traders would be looking to position themselves in longs once this level breaks. Any deviation above and close back below, then I feel that we're going for lower prices from here. So this is, I guess, the only bearish case that I see. We again do have like a high forming, and this could also be like a deviation and close back below, and then we can break down from here. But it remains to be seen what forms. But I have like plenty of scenarios that I think could be forming, and I know how to action or how to position myself if any of those situations form. I've covered quite a few here. Let's look at some of the lower time frames where I'll be expecting Bitcoin to move into coming into next week. So on the H12 we have this level of formed demand. Now I don't want Bitcoin to break this level because I think that if we come back down to this level again, that would again be a full retrace of this move higher. I don't want to see Bitcoin trade at this level once again, because that's when I'll be a little more cautious and might not be looking to position myself in longs, because this level of demand is already exhausted, just like this level of supply that we have marked on the weekly. So I want Bitcoin to hold around this zone and then rally higher, break market structure on the H4, and then all of the scenarios that we just covered could unfold on Bitcoin. So this is pretty much that I'm watching on Bitcoin on a weekly, daily, and a monthly perspective. Let's see if we can figure out anything on the monthly. So yeah, not much going on. Weekly level of, the mid-range again acting as a level of monthly resistance as well, in confluent with this level. So any weekly break or a monthly break above mid-range would be extremely bullish, barring the fact that we do not deviate above, right? Any close below, and then it could easily like move into this level of demand. And then what happens, I'm not really sure if this will hold next time around. So monthly is pretty clear as well. Let's quickly look at Ethereum and figure out any action plan or what Ethereum is trying to do. I guess Ethereum has a much clearer price action, much clearer levels as compared to Bitcoin, because this is weekly, front ran this level straight into the weekly level of resistance, and now it's kind of gyrating in between. So not much to work with on the weekly. Yeah, daily level of demand. I've also highlighted this multiple times on my previous videos. So if you look at Ethereum, it's been kind of forming a bearish market structure for quite a while now. Lower highs and lower lows being formed. Now, this is the first time that we are seeing a higher low and a higher high being formed. So this is kind of tilting towards a more bullish scenario than bearish, because on the daily we have flipped market structure. So I do not want Ethereum to as well retrace, I don't want to see this move retrace fully. That would again be bearish for Ethereum. So as long as we hold any level of demand on the lower time frames, I think Ethereum is more bullish than Bitcoin, because Ethereum also has some like fundamental news of diminishing supply or something coming out for it. So I guess Ethereum might outperform Bitcoin if we are supposed to see higher prices from here. So this is Ethereum on the daily. So if you're following me on Twitter, you would have seen me post this chart. What this highlights is the H4 level of supply that's capping price for now, and then the H4 level of demand that hasn't been tested. So any retrace into this level early next week, and if this level holds, we should break higher from here. So this is what I'm looking for on Ethereum and Bitcoin as a bullish scenario. Bearish would probably be break at this level. Then if this level doesn't hold, we could easily do this. But I'm not inclined towards a bearish scenario because the Fed rate hike has been very positive news for risk assets such as crypto. And if you've seen me, or if you've seen my posts on Telegram, I kind of predicted that this rally would happen after the Fed rate hike. So that's what has unfolded since then. So I've covered both Bitcoin and Ethereum. Quickly went through all the scenarios that I'm looking for, and these scenarios are basically based on the facts that we have right now in front of us. If anything changes, then obviously, our narrative towards the market will also change. But for now, I'm just going by what we have on the charts right now. So that's Bitcoin and Ethereum covered for you in a very short video. I hope you guys found this insightful. Really appreciate you guys checking out the content on a weekly basis. So I will talk to you guys later. Cheers, everybody.